Okay, gentlemen, I believe we should create a book tier list before some noob on YouTube does.
Smart move, Mr. Obama. We need to stay ahead of the competition.
I'm well aware of that, thanks to my tremendous triumph over Sleepy Joe.
Oh, shut the hell up now.
In any case, this list had better be good. I need to see the new Minions movie later.
That movie is complete dog shit.
Yeah, you're doing yourself a favor by sticking with us.
We'll see how that goes.
Well, we'll start with an obvious S tier tonight.
This brutal, futuristic sci-fi actioner is a dark masterpiece, Scott Cardman. I adore you.
I knew it was going to be shit.
How can you say that Ender's Game is S tier and any other tier would be sacrilege?
Quit talking. Scott Card is an unimaginative jerk, as we all know.
Don't talk to my boy like that. Mr. Scott has authored some of the most unique, groundbreaking volumes in book history.
Mr. Scott certainly worked his magic on Ender's Game. This book is one of the most influential in the sci-fi genre to date, so Donald, start taking notes.
I'm sorry, but not even the biggest hunk of garbage can compete with Dune. Change my mind.
As Biden stated, without Ender's Game, classics like Dune would not exist in their current form.
Excuse my words and irreverent behavior, but I can't imagine a world without Ender's Game.
All right, let's go on to A Tale of Two Cities. As far as Charles Dickens' writings go, I'd have to rank this in the C tier.
What the fuck, Obama? We have my man Charles Darnay here as the primary character in this book. He has to bring it up at the very least to enable...
Let me speak some reason into you guys. You have to acknowledge that this shit lacks humor and fails to make anyone laugh.
What exactly do you mean? The jokes in there are very hilarious.
You're old, Joe, and you probably slept through it anyhow.
On the other hand, it outperforms many historical fiction books I've read.
I'm sorry, but A Tale of Two Cities is the clear winner.
I said most, not all.
I agree with Donald that it is a really fantastic novel with exhilarating action scenes, but coming from Charles Dickens, it is a little disappointing. Can we agree on a B tier?
That sounds excellent to me, but hurry up, I've got Minions to watch.
That sounds like they're in your basement, ha.
Okay, guys, our next book is none other than The Little Prince.
I heard it sold over 100 million copies.
Actually, after inflation adjustments, it has sold far more than 200 million copies, making it more profitable than you, Donald.
Given that he is a failing businessman, this is not surprising.
Hush. Here, we're supposed to be ranking, not debating.
You're right, I would rank The Little Prince as S tier, given that it is the fourth highest selling book of all time.
I remember sitting in the yard reading such a beautiful and meaningful book when it first came out, and it was simply breathtaking.
Man, I don't really understand how Antoine de Saint does it. He's great.
Come on, guys, it's not as good as you're claiming. This is at best mediocre in terms of actual plot and storyline. In addition, this book has a seemingly endless number of chapters.
Donald, stop it. The tension that develops throughout the narrative is great.
Shut your mouth, old sleepy man.
Keep the peace, my guys. S tier it is. Let's keep this next one brief. We got to keep that watch time up.
That's a good point. We don't want those viewers to leave.
We turn to Gabriel Garcia's 100 Years of Solitude, one of the 20th century's most enduring literary works. There is a lot of praise for this book.
Your pathetic speeches are unnecessary at this time. This has my favorite character in the lead female role. I'm sorry, I can't recall her name.
Of course you can't, you memory-failing piece of shit.
Just to be clear, you're not referring to Ursula, are you?
Oh, that's her name. I adore her to the moon and back.
How the hell did you even get close enough to touch a fictional character?
Guys, aside from the people, the plot is very good, and there's no way I'm giving this anything less than an S.
He's got a point. We are ranking this book in the S tier.
It all makes sense because this book is so much more powerful than Sleepy Joe's ass.
Stop bringing my ass into this. The audience won't appreciate the joke. We've previously discussed 100 Years of Solitude, which must be an S tier. So could we please move along? War and Peace is the next book I see on the list.
Is that War and Peace I heard?
No, you just saw it, you little shit.
Is that a book from Leo Tolstoy?
Yeah, Donald, personally, I believe it should be placed in the C tier.
Although I haven't really read this book, I agree with Joe that it's a C tier.
I believe I have skimmed a few chapters of this book, but I'm sorry to say it's not my style. C tier, all right.
Great, we've come halfway. If you're enjoying it, make sure to subscribe.
If everyone who liked the next book, The Ship of Dreams, subscribed, we'd have more than 8 billion subscribers.
This work is incredibly deep and truly timeless.
You see, that's why this book is so terrible. When I read it, I had trouble even following the storyline.
That would be to do with your crippling old white man's memory, not to mention that you most likely slept through it all.
Shit on me all you want, you motherfucker bitch, but this memory loss is not any of my fault.
Just ignore Biden for this book, Donald. His opinion is worthless.
That's a good idea, but where do I even begin with The Ship of Dreams?
Let's start with the plot. There's a good reason it stands out.
You're welcome to repeat that. Yeah, I know.
It not only looks better, but it also looks better. It's S tier simple.
I agree with you, Barrick. S tier perfect.
Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen is on our last list for today. Guys, what do you think?
I heard someone say that my opinion is useless.
Shut the fuck up and rank this book stupid.
You're just a piece of useless garbage, so I won't waste my time talking to you, Donald.
Hey there, guys. Let's just rank this final book, and then you'll have all the time in the world for this nonsense since you've both decided to be a truck of idiots.
To be completely honest, I know nothing about this book, but I'll give it a B out of generosity.
Are you really that stupid that you think you can simply randomly put books in the B tier that you know nothing about?
Whatever, Joe.
Pride and Prejudice is a romance story that many people would like. Therefore, as Donald correctly noted, it should be in the B tier. Okay, gentlemen, that's all we have for today.
Please subscribe and like the video if you want to see more content like this. Thank you for taking the time to watch.